Hey people, Indrid here, 53, Angstrom Heights, blue team. Broodlordhydralisk is a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a refractor shield alongside. This is Joao with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. We have some Night Lords elite scheme. And rounding off the blues is Mark Corrigan, a reference to the greatest comedy show of all time. Go and watch it if you haven't already. Use Google and stuff to find it, I guess. With a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support begins with a ranged weapon. Red team. Gigandy is a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat. Puts out some good damage and has a bunch of orky gadgets. Is this recolored freebooters? No, it's not. They got the stripy pants though. Alongside, Alias with a Techmarine starts off with a ranged weapon, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Looks like we got some Space Wolves here, the elite scheme actually I think, because he's got that unique helmet. And rounding off the teams, Loann with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. What is Corrigan up to? Got double termagants up, some Cormagants have died already, kicking off towards the southwest. 2v2 fight going on here. Tactical Marines out of cover, but he got some good Kraken Bolt hits on those CSM. Now some Tzeentch worship infiltrating those guys. Corrigan creeping forward. Termagant's taking a bunch of damage. There's the Doom Bolts. Oh, that's a good hit on some shooter boys. Can anything finish him off though? Ravener Alpha behind that heavy cover. Frazzle from the War banners, boosting their War buffs. Another Doom Bolts flying in, another painful one. Two sluggers have found their way to the Chaos Space Marines. Took no damage coming in there. TSM running. They drop to model. Hormagaunts pounce on the sluggers. Having to retreat though. Looks like the red team might be able to push through here. Force Commander now comes to help with some battle cry in action. I think only those Tactical Marines were close enough to be buffed by it though. Now chasing down the Ravener Alpha. But it's not super helpful when he's trying to chase stuff using battle cry because his special attacks are going to miss. Now it's worn off though. Sorcerer just consumed a Termagant for a Doom Bolts. Consume gives him health and energy back to fire off more Doom Bolts quicker. Tactical Marines took a big hit there, but they're going to cap, or rather decap, that wreck point. And some Orcs with Daka for the gens. Mines thrown out by the mech. Proximity mines. Suppress infantry, damage, doesn't tell me how much damage they do here. Slows vehicles a lot for ages as well. 30 seconds slow I think, 483 to 475. Lord Commissar smacking on a node. Oh, we have Catachin's elite scheme here for broodlordhydralisk. Techmarine comes in to take some shots, but he'll have that melee range damage resist aura thing when he's in melee. 40% less range damage when you're in a melee fight. For most units, not all of them. Guardsmen don't have that benefit, for example. Scout squad with shotguns might be able to take down this Lord Commissar here, and they do. Gets a level on the Techmarine, and now some fire for the Guardsmen to deal with. Catachin Devils, actual Catachin Devils coming in now. Got shotguns, got a grenade launcher, got some power melee knives. Very versatile squad. There's a shotgun blast, and the Tactical Marines drop a model really quickly. Maybe lucky not to drop two actually. Here's a bit of a flank, thanks to Joao, who is getting a revive as well. Doesn't quite level the Sorcerer. Tax from Alias. Double tax here actually. We got the Noise Marines for Joao, as you've seen. That Sonic Blaster shutting down ranged weaponry, doing some good damage too. Tied up by the Sorcerer, who of course gets a special there, although they were already in retreat. Oh, down goes the Techmarine. Commissar got up and killed him. Force Commander's outnumbered here badly. Battle cry. I don't think, well, I was going to say I don't think they should have sent in the Heretics there. Heretics generally not that great at fighting a Force Commander because of his battle cry, but they did alright there. You have turrets all over the gaff. Well, two of them. Tarantula turret and an Orchid turret towards the south to protect the power and stuff, I guess. Loads of War banners too. Sonic Blaster is on the gens. They're going to get a full bash, maybe a decap. Maybe those Heretics could be decapping now. Playing it safe though and getting out of there. Vengeance rounds up on the Devastators. Lots of Daka from the Orcs. We have fully upgraded shooter boys here. the other shooter boys with no upgrades.
Allies have captured a requisition point.
As long as they stick with the other group of boys, though, they'll have that detector and have the ability to suppress on the big shooters of the other fellas. Now, I think is it 6% each one or 4% each one? Either way, just got a big buff of all those banners firing, and it lasts for 20 or 30 seconds afterwards, and then you can pop the actual war on the units to stack it even more. Not bad. Tactical Marines are their fast capping, getting a natural VP back. On the mid is a Mekboy, leveling up as well. Can they get onto the power? They do have a flame attack. Here comes Corrigan with Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. And Toxin Sacks up on the Termagants. So maybe we'll see some ranged Synapse in tier 2 from some Venom Brood, and then the Synapse Aura for damage on the Ravenant Alpha themselves. The classic Ravenant Alpha 3v3 build. Doom Bolts going in. Can they approach the turrets though? The Orc turret does not suppress but does full damage at all ranges, whereas the Tarantula turret, the damage falls off but it does suppress, and it does tons of damage as you get closer. Yeah, I'm going to have to go around here, fellas. Doom Bolts. Oh, set off a mine there. Set off the Mekboy's mine, I think. Decent hit. 422 to 306. They found the Noise Marines there a little bit flat-footed. A good Barb Strangler shot hit both squads of boys. I mean, would you call them a squad? Just a bunch of them. Just a group. It's a decent Doom Bolts again. We've seen so many of them from Joao. What's going on in the northeast though? Shotgun blasting Catechans. Can they get into melee? There's a grenade launcher at close range against the scouts who got a grenade in. Don't think it did a huge amount though. Triple guardsman into Catechan Devils for broodlordhydralisk. Commissar with his shield up, running in. Techmarine flees. No war gear for this fella. Is close to level 3, but they're going to get a decap here on red team's natural again, and they have those contested points in the northeast, even have a node on the power. Doing well up there. Down here is a bit trickier to approach these turrets. I don't think they should force it. Get the counter first. In fact, they've got double Blastmaster Noise Marines here. If they can get vision on the turrets, should be able to take them out with this. Mines going off. We got some Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. They have their aspiring champion too. Blastmaster, that's what it can do. That would knock down infantry. Like that, ouch. 2 shots takes out a Orc turret, I guess. Mekboy is teleporting in to tie things up. Sorcerer comes to say hello with his sword. He's not giving up though, the Mekboy. We've got some Daka. Still the Tarantula turret is up as well, suppressing stuff. And Devastators are now there. Blastmaster winds up. It's a good shot on the shooter boys. Only killed a single model, but did tons of damage. Sneaky scouts though, going to get a grenade, I think. Nope, they don't have any grenades. Going to get a sneaky shotgun blast maybe? Or they're just getting vision for stuff. They're being detected by getting so close. Red team, I think, are going to get their natural VP back looking at the map. Oh, maybe not. Triple Guardsmen and Catechan Devils are still here. Techmarine is going for that VP. Oh, we have a Whirlwind as well from Alias. Catechan's getting to melee. Those power melee knives are painful for Tactical Marines. Oh, and they've put the smoke grenade up for ranged damage resistance because those other tacks are shooting at them. Those tacks stayed in there way too long. Lucky to get away with 2 models. They really are. Really lucky. 111 on 2 models there. Techmarine did grab the VP. Needs to come out swinging in tier 2, this guy. Although, what is this? Scouts? Yes, scouts on the VP from Loann. So they might get a 2-to-1. VPs are still plenty close. The turret there has done some good work. And we've got to remember that Alias did put this turret up, so they spent resources that they couldn't put into their army because it was put into this turret to help out the bottom. We have the Corrosive Devourer and Synapse Aura for Corrigan. Ouch, that's what kind of hit on the Warrior Brood. And another good Blastmaster hit on these very close range tacks. They're using their Flamer. Doom bolts, lucky again to get away with Tuat. And again it was 111 hit points. Zoanthrope on the field for Corrigan. Artillery unit for Tyranids also provides a health regen aura. And doesn't do friendly fire, which is handy. Doesn't do as much damage per shot though as some of the other artillery pieces in tier 2. Plasma cannons and blast masters and stuff. Great unit though. Got this purple synapse here from the Ravener Alpha. Maybe we'll see regenerate to help keep that guy in the fight. Attack trying to bash power. They have their sergeant. They grab the wreck point. Techmarine's hanging out. Going for Signum for some mark target action. Do we have 12 guardsmen on all these guys? We do. Both squad leaders on those guards, and if they start getting plasma guns, it's going to be bad news for those attacks. Did that set off a mine? Again, it is. These mines are kind of backfiring sometimes. Setting up your devs right on the mine. Setting them off with the doom bolts and stuff. There's the wild banners all firing. Orcs coming in for a big push. Widboy's with them. Needs to push alongside here, Loann. Attacks are trying to. Devastator plasma cannon almost wiped out there. Sorcerer is level 4. No war gear for this fella. I bet they wish they had Chains of Torment right now from the robes to stop that walkie advance. A little bit of a flank though from Corrigan, and they do have regenerate. Spent a lot on this Ravener Alpha already. They've got a Ravener Brood as well. Don't have that ranged synapse yet. Still doing plenty of damage though. Sluggers getting in though on those Raveners. Did they kill one of them? No, they didn't. Ravener Alpha into level 2. Zoanthrope getting some decent shots there. What were they suppressed by? Oh, probably the Barb Strangler. Which is back at base now. Back to the east. Still pressure on this VP. The Lord Commissar with the Fist of Brockus in on the turret here. There's also a beacon up there. Awesome. This was the last time we saw a Techmarine beacon in the field. Decent grenade. Those guys can break their retreat though with their Commissar. Did they get the turret? They got the turret. They're all retreating back to the beacon, of course. Retained the VP. And they still have this wreck point as well, which is now fully matured. 285 to 274. Notice we haven't seen any Ravener tunnels, most likely because of the tunnel bug, which resets your wreck point income. Which is not great. They're doing fine without it so far. Weirdboy in a big bit of trouble. Eats a blast master shot and gets taken out by the Tyranids. I guess they were looking at something else, Gigandy. Not sure what happened there. Weirdboy's still floating around. Boom. Not sure what they mean by oversee. 262 to 274. Tactical Marines meet a Chaos Predator. Tier 3 for Corrigan. And Loann has a Terminator Force Commander now, taking out Blastmaster Noise Marines. Down they go with a Power Fist hits. Needs to run though, there we go. More mines thrown out, but they are being spotted by the Warrior Brood, so they can shoot them down. In the mid, it's Heretics capping. 235 to 274. Power bashing tank. That does mean it's very far forward though. Don't think there's a huge amount that can go after it right now. Oh, I'm lying. There's a las cannon right here. Gonna get at least a couple of shots, and that was a rear arm hit. Look at the damage of that. It's taking it out. It's gonna take it out. Oh, there's 40 Emperor on them. That's why. Quick thinking from Loann. Oh, but can't get the kill. Did not have vision on it for that last shot. 40 Emperor on las cannon is so painful. It's a global buff from the Force Commander, give it 20%, 25% more damage output. I believe it is. It's pretty cheap too, isn't it? Like 75 red or something. Nice global to have. Oh, without number coming in. With upgraded Termagants, upgraded Formagaunts. Did alright. Get that disruption on landing too. Now they're on the power. And it's like half bashed already. In fact, it was bashed. Those things are being repurchased. Who's down over here? Lord Commissar? Oh, Sorcerer's down. Needs to be a bit quicker than this, I think. Alias. Spent spending a lot of time getting that node where they could have gone on to the VP maybe, or onto this power perhaps. Oh, and they're going to get flanked by so many plasma guns. Holy crap. That's 9 plasma guns shooting at them from those 3. Guardsman Squad's good grenade though. So they're going to get away. Oh, maybe not the scouts. Scouts are very low. 3 models on 30 hit points. Retreating back to that beacon. That beacon could be nuke bait later on. Plasma cannon devs. Not trying to get a shot, I guess. We got Chaos Terminators on the field for Joao. Sorcerer level 4, no war gear. Lord Commissar popping with None Shall Fall. Also has the flak jacket for Inspire Terror. And there's Mark Target from Signal Armor on the Catacomb. This Hellfire round Stern Guard. But none of them can die because of the None Shall Fall. Got to shoot down the Lord Commissar when that happens. I think they could have taken him down too if they focused him. Everything runs. Predator tank is still okay. Did it get him? No mark yet. Uh-oh. Rocks from Gigandy going after the Tyranids. Dropped in between 2 groups. Oh, it hit the Termagants. Didn't take him out. Not the best rocks ever. I mean, killed a bunch of Termagants, I guess. That's something. 213 to 222. What is this? It's a Sorcerer back to his feet. Harassing some tactical marines. We have some flash kits going for blasters. Blasters are pretty damn good against Terminators because Terminators aren't quick. Hard for them to move enough to dodge those flash kit shots. In fact, can anything really dodge these things? They got no wind up. Blastmaster gets a decent shot there on the Terminators, but gonna be persuaded to leave soon, I think. Something being called in. Is that a Venerable Dreadnought from Alias? I think it is. Yes. Unique to the Techmarine, this thing. 1750 hit points at level 1. Can charge and is, as you might expect, pretty nasty in melee. Using the charge offensively there against Termagants, which I don't think was a great idea. Typically it's used defensively to get away. It's very far forward here. This Dreadnought needs to back off. Flash gets getting wrecked. But they'll be alright. They are heavy infantry flash kits, so they're taking extra damage from plasma of this thing. Gross Devourer. So much DPS on this weapon. It's pretty scary. Terminator Force Commander with the Power Fist getting in there. Whirlwind. Where is the Whirlwind? Oh, that was a Cyclone Missile Launcher. Not a Whirlwind. There was a Whirlwind at some point, wasn't there? Or am I mad? Doom Bolts flying in again. It's always useful. You might not be able to like give squads in tier 3 because they've usually got XP ordered as tough. But still chucking some damage on stuff from long range. Leman Russ on the field for a broodlord. Terminator Force Commander is actually doing a good job soaking up tons of damage here and keeping things pinned back. Is that loyal to the end? Might be. See that global? So little that is always surprised when it goes off. Demoralizing there. That's what happens when the Chaos Terminators kill something. Techmarine, notice the Mekboy, sorry, being very, very brave, trying to tie up Terminators in melee. Might go down for his trouble in retreat here. Does go down, in fact. Leman Russ got way too close and I think is done for. Yes, Las Cannon got the shot, and even if he didn't, a Plasma Cannon shot was going in. 184 to 179. Very, very even on VPs. Red team get their natural back. Looks like the beacon was taken out at some point. The Venerable Dreadnought marches on. Now has the Dark Age of technology. Up to 2050 hit points. Ogren's on the way for Broodlord. Cyclone Missile Launcher being used more for disruption at the moment, which is fine. Very solid Blastmaster shot there, bloody hell. Look at this Raffiner Alpha trading with those Terminators because of Regenerate, giving it so much health regen. Tactical Marines have found the Noise Marines here, but now they're going to get shot to pieces. Ouch. So much plasma coming in. Got those Mark of Corn CSM as well. They've lost their aspiring champion, but they still got their chain axes. Here comes Sluggers. Barb Strangler couldn't get a shot. which means you got to flee because there's a level 3 sluggers fully upgraded. They are not to be underestimated in melee. Here comes a venerable dreadnought. Can walk through these guardsmen's shots pretty much. Charges in. Does the charge actually do damage? I'm not sure. You would think so. Charges typically do. Some damage, not a huge amount. Ogren's coming in. And there's Cult of Speed on the Venerable Dreadnought there. Where is Blessing of the Commissar though? Cack says Gigandy, I think they mean back for the Venerable. It's going to be alright. Going to be alright. There is Blessing of the Commissar, repairing all friendly vehicles on the map. It's only the Venerable Dreadnought at the moment though. Nobody can seem to break through definitively in this like southern mid area. If they could, they can get a full power bash, take out these wire banners maybe. Sorcerer going for the revive, going to hit level 7. Still no war gear though. All of their resources have gone into the army. There's a paroxysm from the Neurothroat, percentage based damage over time, or per second rather. Very good against heavy and super heavy infantry as well because it's psychic damage, which they don't like. Just wiped out. Was that the plasma cannon? Yeah, plasma cannon got wiped out. Attrition starting to hit the red team quite hard. 2 Space Marine players down to 3 units each. Although one of them is Terminators and one of them is a Venerable Dreadnought. Gigandy has flash kits, no knobs yet though. Looted tank on the way, Land Raider Redeemer on the way for loann. Ogren's doing some work on the sluggers. You guys get a level yet? Not quite. Got their bonehead leader for that disruption. All here says Gigandy, which is code for push the VPs, I guess. They're getting a natural back, and they did get the blue team's natural. Looks like Termagant's going to come and try to grab it back. Not sure, was it probably these fellas that got it? Why are they meleeing the power here when they've got a flamer? Must have been on melee stance from another fight and forgot about it. They've got away though. Did drop a model. Really should have been flamering that node up. Sorcerer's quite low here. Are they going to be alright, I think? Very close to not being alright though. Terminator Force Commander grabs the VP. Then runs. Then runs. And then dies. Maybe. Flash kits doing their thing. Ouch. And then got destroyed by a Blastmaster shot. 16 red for a flash kit. Terminator Force Commander does get away. Here's the looted tank. Going for that reinforced plating, which also unlocks the boom shot thing. Not sure what the actual name for that is, so let's call it the boom shot. Very cool for a battle tank to have a disruptive shot though available. Paroxysm scares off all the orcs. And now a Tyranno formation on retreat. These spires provide sizable buffs to nearby Tyranids. It's a big damage bonus. I think it's like 30% damage bonus off these things, and you get a speed bonus as well. And probably a defensive bonus also. So it really does pay to push alongside it. What is this? Demon armor up for the Sorcerer. Mark target on the Ravener Alpha. Uh-oh. Get out there, Corrigan. Level 3. Double Chaos Terminators now for Joao. Blue team looking strong on their rosters, but there is a Land Raider Redeemer on the field now. And Cult of Speed is on it. Increasing its movement speed and reducing the cooldown of the weapons. Dealing a bunch of damage to those Terminators, also affecting, of course, the Venerable Dreadnought. 8 a Blastmaster shot there. Double Land Raider Redeemer for the red team. Can they now hit back with this? That's going to be a huge amount of infield support. You can retreat back to these Land Raiders, reinforce off the Land Raiders, and you get passive healing from the Land Raiders, not to mention the pretty nasty weaponry they have, especially at close range. 82 to 93, very close on the VPs. Land Raiders coming out just in time. We do have a Carnifex though, Venom Cannon. That'll do a lot of damage to the Land Raiders, so will those Terminators if they have, yeah, they both have their auto cannons. This guy can do corrosive shots as well. Venerable taking a bunch of damage here. Blessing the Omnissize up to heal it. Gonna try and tie up some Terminators. Gonna take a lot of damage doing so. Can it charge out? I think it's used the charge already. I think it's gonna go down here. Yeah, there's the stoicism. Gonna try and get some hits in while it's active. Oh, there's the charge. So maybe it did have the charge available. Down it goes. Poor Venerable. Alias has a decent amount of red. So does Loann. Loann's probably looking for Terminators now. If they can stay alive long enough. 75 to 89. Kassakin on the field for Broodlord. What's going on with the VPs? I can't look away though from this fight, surely. 2-to-1 cap here. Can they push on the Land Raiders? There's none shall fall. Got to try and focus down the Lord Commissar when he does that. Plasma cannon wiped out. Cult of speed again up. Nice usage of that global. The tank is now benefiting from it, of course. I think it just missed its big boom shot there. This Land Raider's taking a bunch of damage. The Techmarine won't be able to use Blessing with the Commissar again for a little while. Rocket run. Typically not seen as that great against vehicles. It does decent damage to them, it's just that the damage is spread over such a large area that not a lot of the rockets hit the vehicle. But I mean, Land Raiders are pretty damn big. Red team with both the natural VPs. Can they get the mid? They decapped it for a double. They are hitting back hard here. What is this? Why are you not capping, fellas? These guys need to be capping. Corrigan not paying attention up there, I guess. Decent shot there with the bioplasma. Level 9 Sorcerer. And he got this far with like barely any war gear. Got this high, I should say. Oh, we have Emperor's Wrath for the Lord Commissar. Doom bolts on Terminators, apparently. And a double Blastmaster shot. That was nasty. Demon armor up to defend against this Cyclone. Can they set up again safely? What way are you facing? They're moving, I think. Repairs. Uh-oh. Can't repair that quickly. Down it goes. One Land Raider falls. But they've got a single cap here. 17 to 83. Can they cap the mid? With these fast capping Tactical Marines? Maybe? No? Gonna cap, fellas? I'm not even trying. Right, there we go. Now they're trying to cap. Could use Cataclysm, maybe. The Neurothrope to hit them off it. Or that. Catachins with their grenade launcher hitting them off it. And now a Blastmaster is facing the mid. So they're going to struggle to cap there. 1-to-1. Might be all about those naturals. Orbital on some Tyranids, but they've put all the beams in the same place, which is not what you should do. First one hits them away. 17 to 83. A tight finish. Nob squad on the field now for Gigandy. Can they push through? Ogren's charging. What have they found? They just smacked a hero to death, I think. Terminator Force Commander, maybe? I think so. Now they're trying to get close to the tanks, but they got wrecked by the frag assault and stuff. 17 to 83. Still. Double Termagant's looking after the VP here. Are they going to go for the other natural? They are moving. What are you guys shooting at? Oh, the Nob squad pushed all the way through. Keeping these guys busy down here a little bit. Terminators reinforcing off the Land Raider, barely getting out of there. Double shooters very bravely standing against tons of stuff. Getting suppressed. Doom bolts flying in again. Sorcerer must level 10. Yeah, he is. Here we go. They're going for the natural. There's a tank here though. Should be able to thin out those Termagants pretty quickly. He needs to turn a bit so that the other heavy bolter can fire. I guess it's doing a decent job, especially with some help here. Got Stern Guard level 3, some Tactical Marines level 3. Those guys run. Can anyone get the mid VP though? Doom bolts almost wipes out that last cannon. Down goes the Land Raider though. They've got them both. Venom Brood there. Corrosive shots and the Venom Cannon Carnifex and a Marco Zinch Predator all weighing in. That must be it. Surely that's it. Blue team going to get the mid. Red team, though, going on a natural. Nob squad. Might be too much even for them to deal with here. Another Cyclone missile launcher shot. Holy crap, that stuff got decimated so quickly. That was sluggers, I think, getting destroyed by double autocannon terminators there weighing in. Level 6 Techmarine with Signum. Another Predator tank, but I think it's too late. Although, Tyranid formation or not, they were able to at least decap it here. Now those guys are going to take over his plasma guns, though. Uh-oh, a nuke. Imperial Abyss from Joao. He's going to wipe out those tacks there. Ouch. Need to wait a second before they can cap it back, though. Am I hearing the rocks? What is that? Maybe there was one here. This might be just the remains of the Rocketron, though. Alias down to a single unit. I mean, they went for it. There's the tank going down. The tank went down there. They went for the cap pretty hard. Which is understandable. Had to go for it. Got nuked for their trouble. Going to be a 2-1 for blue now. They do have 75 VPs to tick down, though. I don't think the red team can come back here. They've lost too much on these final pushes. Maybe the double Land Raider was too much Land Raider. Maybe loann could have got Terminators up instead. They communicated a little bit. I think Terminators and Land Raider is better than double Land Raider. Because if you can take down one Land Raider, you can probably take down two. Lord Commissar level 6, 17 to 58. Blue team are going for red team's natural now. It's Chaos Space Marines doing it. Looted tank is very low. They're going to get a decap at least, I think. They are losing models. There we go, there's a decap. Can they cap the mid though? They haven't done it yet. They haven't done it yet. Ouch. Last Master takes out that. Was that tank not even facing the right direction? Ravener Alpha level 7. Look at that health regen. Corrigan goes for the cap. Cyclone missile launcher doesn't knock him far enough away, but does take him out. Ravener Alpha's down. Scouts being sneaky, going for a decap here. Running into a mine. Don't have their sergeant. Doesn't seem to be doing much damage to them though, does it? Well, does like 40 damage to that one model that hit it, I think. I don't think it was hitting both the models, that's why. 17 to 26 on the VPs. There's an orbital thrown in. By who? Both of them? Did they both drop one in? Neither of them have red. No, it seems like it's only one of them. Not sure who that was though. Blue team are grabbing it. 12 to 23 on the VPs. Needs a natural back though. Nob squad ominously chasing a tank down. Now has some support. Down to 9 VPs though, the blue team. They are capping. No, they're not capping. These guys aren't capping. Sorcerer going for a decap on the red VP. Blue team are really making a meal of this. Still not capping there. Red team have like no army. Still not capping. They are decapping here though, which might just be enough. Mark target on the Terminators. Doesn't have a plasma gun or anything on the Techmarine. Force commander's in there. GG, says Gigandy. GG indeed. It was a frantic fight. The tanks. Red team got a bunch of tanks and they didn't seem to do that well. It was hard to keep them alive. I think broodlord had a Lehman Russ as well, didn't they? That didn't survive either. So it's quite a cramped map. Tanks could do okay around this area, I guess, but they got caught. So easy to catch them, so easy to get around them. Those guys never bothered capping, but they got it. They got the double at the end. Let's look at his heroes. Level 7 Lord Commissar, Joao Sorcerer level 10. Some great Doom Bolts work. We had a solid level 8 Ravener Alpha from Corrigan. That classic ranged build. Level 5 mech. Did you have stuff? Must have had stuff. I don't know what they had. Alias, level 7 Techmarine with Signum and stuff. And of course a Terminator Force Commander who doesn't level. Beyond levels. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.